Hello, my name's Linda Martin, and a little while ago one of the mums contacted me and said she'd like to do something with her children for Easter. So I said, well, I'll see if I can do a little video for you, and we'll pop it up on YouTube and see what happens. And then I remembered that a while back I wrote a book called Egg Art for Kids, and let's just bring that forward and we'll have a look at some of the projects in here. So we have, this explains to you how you go about blowing an egg and other bits and pieces that you might need to do this with. And here's the pattern for this little fella here. Now this egg was designed by a lady called Nora Nicholson, who I've known for many, many years, and this is an egg that she taught at one of the classes that some of the girls went to. Very, very cute, and it uses a goose egg and all sorts of other bits and pieces. Pipe cleaners, little feathers, goggly eyes, the sort of thing that you might just have around at home. So the book explains exactly how to make that. Then we also have eggy critters. And here comes the rabbit. Again, little bits and pieces that you may have at home. This is just a duck egg, and it has little pipe cleaners, little bits of foam felt here. Goggly eyes again. You have to have goggly eyes, can't do without those. And let's see what else we have. A fridge magnet. And, oh, a ladybird. This is covered in tiny, tiny little beads. Very, very cute. Another bunny. This is by a lady called Harumi Beloy, who lives in America. And she has two different colourways there. And she's used pom-poms for the cheeks. That's a lovely idea. And Humpty Dumpty. Now, when I made Humpty Dumpty, I decided not to do him as a regular Humpty Dumpty, because everybody does that. So we made, there he is, Humpty Santa. And I was very lucky because a few years ago I managed to buy another casting company to make stands, and one of the things that I got was the mould for making the bottom half of Humpty Dumpty. And when I saw the moulds, a great big pile of moulds with the names written on the side, and one of them had got Humpty on, and I said, yes, I've got Humpty legs. So don't look too closely. But we now make the legs for Humpty Dumpty. Just pop the egg on the top there so you can see how that fits on. And what I've done with this Humpty Dumpty is I've added little bits and pieces around for the fur on the top of his, by his trousers, and I've painted up the stand as well so that he looks like Father Christmas. Had great fun doing that. So that's Humpty Dumpty. Now let's go back to the book and see what else we have in here. I think that's almost the end. Oh no! Ah, now then. Olivia Octopus. Would you like to know how to make Olivia Octopus? Because if you would, I'll show you now. Now this one, let's find, she's in a box somewhere. Where's she hiding? Oh, here she is. There we are. There's Olivia Octopus. Now I've made her using a very tiny shell called a bobwhite quail. But what I'm going to do today is show you how to make this using the sort of egg that your mum will have at home. So let's find a small chicken egg. There we are. Now I've already painted this white, and if you look at Olivia here, you'll see, can you see, look, the rounded end of the egg is at the top, so I need to have it that way up. There we go. So the first thing that I'm going to do is draw on the eyes. Now we need, let's pop that down for a sec. In fact, somewhere, no, I can't see it. I have a little cushion that I pop things on sometimes. So let's have a look at the eyes. So we've got two ovals. So let's do one here. I'm just using an ordinary marker pen for this. And there's the other one. Okay. Oop, that's a bit bit of a strange shape. Never mind, because what we're going to do now, let's make that a little bit longer. Then I'm going to take, let's put that on there. That's it. Now I'll take my blue pen. What I'm going to do now is do a smaller blue oval in the middle of here. I'm not going to fill it all in, but I'm just going to do a little bit of it. And then I'll do the same on this side. It's a bit difficult doing this in the middle of the air, but I'm sure that when you do it, you'll make a much, much better job. Now the book is available, or will be available very, very shortly on my website as a download. Or if you want to get the paper copy of the book, I can include some of the little transfers for you to make the eyes for Humpty and also for Olivia Octopus. Now I'm going to take the black one again, and I'm going to try to draw an oval on the inside of there. Now you see I've left a little bit of white, so I'm going to, in fact let's make that into a slightly different shape. That's it. So I'm going to have sort of like a flat bottom section. So what I'm going to try to do is leave a little bit of a blue outline and then have that little tiny dot of white. I'm going to go back in and colour in that bit in a minute. So let's just do a little straight line there, and then we'll come back in with the black again. So just go over the top of there, just leaving that little bit of a blue outline, and then the tiniest little bit of white. There we go. Bit wonky, but never mind. Let's take that down there. After a little while, a felt pen doesn't work terribly well over paint. Now then, we're going to have some eyelashes, like so, and again, whoops, that's a long one on the other side. Let's make that one match up. So there we have those. Now, we're not going to put a mouth on our octopus, well, you can do if you want to. We're just going to leave that like that. But the important thing we've got to do now is make the tentacles. So let's pop that on there. Oop, don't fall off. And find the lid. Now, I'm going to be using something called cold porcelain paste to make the tentacles for my octopus. But the first thing that I'm going to do, I mean, you could use something else like Fimo, which is something that you have to bake in the oven, which obviously someone may have to help with. The first thing I'm going to do is make something for the octopus to stand on. Now you can use a piece of card, but what I'll do now is I've made a little ball of the paste, and then I'm going to just pop the end of my marker pen into there just to make a little hollow, and just turn that around and push it around, then flatten it a bit, and then I'm going to try putting that's it, just push that firmly in. So that's something now for my octopus to sit on. So now I don't have to worry about it falling off the top of that little box. Now then, the next stage. Can you remember how many legs an octopus has? I think it's 8. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a ball of paste. I'm going to roll it between my hands, like that. And then I'm going to roll it again. Let's just push that out of the way so I've got a bit more room. I'm going to roll it again into a snake. Okay, so that's a funny sort of a snake shape, but I think it's going to be long enough for the tentacles. Now, at one end, you'll see I've left sort of like a little bulge. I'm going to flatten that. I'm going to go like so. And then the rest of it I'm going to flatten out. There we go. Now, if we look at Olivia, you'll see, you see these little rings? The tentacles have got little suckers on them to help them to grip hold of things so that the octopus can move around. And I was trying to think what I could do. I used to have some large jump rings which were stuck on a card, and I can't find them anywhere. And I used to press those onto the paste. So what I'm going to do, this is dead simple, right? Okay, I've taken the rubber, the eraser off the end of my pencil. And oops, oh dear, and there's the legs. And I'm going to just press that in to make those ring shapes look. How easy is that? Right, there we are. Now then, attaching them, because this paste is still soft, I'm going to squeeze the leg into the bottom. The leg, it's a tentacle, get it right. And then I'm going to curl that around. Let's just do one more little ring on the top of the pad, like so. Now I'm going to do another another 7, sorry, because I've already got the 1. So I've got those ready to attach. I just need to make the rings. So here we go. That's that. 1, 2. Oops. That's 1. 2. This one needs to be a bit longer, I think. I'm working quite quickly with this because the paste, this particular paste, when you start to work with it, does tend to dry out quite quickly. Now I know those legs, tentacles, look very, very long, but what we're going to do is twist them round a little bit. Oops, missed the end. Twist them round just a little bit. And that's that one. If you do the 4 like that, whoops, that one's dropping off, let's push that down a bit further, and then fill in the gaps, then they'll be evenly spaced around. There we are, and here comes another one. Had great fun doing this. And this is one of the projects that's in the book. So if you forget what you're doing, you can always go to the book and just double check what's happening. There we are. Oops. Ooh, tentacles everywhere. Probably should have attached the legs the other way up, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to twist them around anyway. And that one goes in there. Now then, how many have we got? I think this is the last one. Yeah, there's a gap there. There we are. That one sits under there. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at all those tentacles. Right, now then, depending on what you're going to do with this, you can actually turn them over like this, give them a little twist, drape them over the top of something, attach them to another base, wrap one of them over the other so it looks like he's folding his legs or crossing his legs. There we are. And now a little bit of decoration just on the rest of it. Where's my glue? So I'm going to, oops, I didn't bring a toothpick with me, so I'm going to use my fingers. So what I'm going to do is just going to put a little ribbon rose on the top. That just hides the whole wave emptied the eggshell, and let's do a couple of those. A little white one and a green one, how's that? Oh, let's give him 3. I've got 3 here, so it doesn't really matter. Let's, oops, pop that on there. There we are. That's rather sweet. And then I found in my workbox something rather special. Now, Olivia here, she's trimmed up with little bits and pieces like seashells and things, whoops, but she also has some ribbon loops at the bottom. However, I found, look what I found. This is gorgeous. Oops, if I can get it to stick into the paste. This is a beautiful, sparkly heart. Now, I do think this one needs a mouth, so let's just find another pen. Let's go in the drawer and see what I can find. Ah, there we go. Lots and lots of marker pens in here. And this is a pink one. So let's see what we can do for a mouth. I'm going to bring that a little bit forward and try to, let's see what we can do. So we'll go like that and like that, so that she's smiling. And then we'll just go down a little bit, like so. I have to be careful because this pen's got a wedge shape on it, so it's a little bit difficult to colour in with it. Ooh, should have used pink roses, shouldn't I? The pink and the red really clash. There we are. And one other little bit that I forgot to do earlier, whoops, is just go in here with the blue, just touching that little bit there. Maybe go a little bit higher there with it. And there we are. So, there is your octopus. And I'll leave it up to you to give this one a name. So just going back to the book again, we have lots of different projects for you to do using the different types of eggs, but you can obviously find out what you've got at home. Hen's eggs are great, you know, and if you do need goose eggs, then we have those, we can supply those as well. So if somebody wants to buy the book, you can get this very, very shortly as a download on my website for just £4.95. If you want to get a paper copy of the book, then it's the same price plus a little bit for postage, but not a tremendous amount for postage. So hopefully you'll enjoy having a go at making some of the projects in the book, and I hope that this has helped the mum who got in touch and said, I want to do something with my kids. So I'll leave that with you. All my contact details are at the end of the book, and thank you very much for watching, and keep your eyes open because I might be doing some more soon. All right, take care now. Bye bye.